Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to the latest episode of Over and Out. It's another classic Vitality Blast night here at the Kia Oval. Essex getting their first win of the season against a star-studded Surrey side here at the Oval, chasing 142 in this rain-curtailed game. Off the very last ball, Paul Walter, the hero for the visitors, 55 off 26. An amazing game. Surrey with 10 internationals in their side, including Adam Zampa making his Surrey debut. He was class today, taking 3 for 2 in 2 at one point. Totally brilliant with the ball. But Phil, Essex have won a game which has not been something anyone has been able to say for a very long time.
Mid-April, the last time Essex won a professional cricket match. They have played 18 coming into this one for 1 win. So that will mean a lot. And they deserved it as well. More generally, considering it's a 12-over game and we had a monsoon tropical thunderstorm around 2:30, 3, and we wondered if we'd ever get anything on today. That was a fabulous game of cricket. 140 plays 140. That's not a bad T20 game on English pitches sometimes. You had everything that you look for in a game of cricket just truncated, squeezed in. You had, as you say, brilliant finger and leg spin from Mitch Santner and Adam Zampa. What a combination, by the way, for Surrey. And, you know, they will take this one on the chin and then look at what they've got, what they've compiled here, and they will be fine. But from Essex's point of view, they had to pick themselves up off the canvas somehow this year. It's been a horror show, really, for them, in truth. And right at the death, when they didn't think they could plumb any further down, Paul Walter stepped up for his first ever game opening the batting in T20 cricket. 164 T20 games coming into this one, and he peeled off a 50-odd in 20 balls. That was just magnificent. They've found one. It's a bit late in the day for Essex, but they've found one now, and him and Michael Pepper got it done. It was useful toss for Essex to win. Essex knew what they needed to do. 12-over game, 141 to haul in, and they were lethal. 50 in the first 3, and then there were jitters and anxieties because of this losing streak they've been on, but they finally got it done from the final delivery. And we were 1 ball away from having twin ties today, because in the corresponding women's fixture, that was a tie, and we were that close to a double tie.
Walter paired the match, and that partnership with Pepper up top was so important. And for those guys to score so quickly against such a star-studded attack, that says a lot about their ability in this format. But just a word for young Charlie Allison. Regular viewers would have seen him score 100 against Surrey here at the Kia Oval in the Championship earlier in the season. But he came in at a really difficult time. Essex were ahead in the game, but given Surrey's recent record, 5 wins on the bounce, given Essex's recent record, no win all season, you could see that the recent experiences of the two sides impacting the result. In the end, it didn't happen. Critchley played a fine hand too at the very end, but young Allison was really, really good too.
Yeah, he was fabulous, and he played probably the shot of the day, a checked, lofted 6 right into the second tier of the Mickey Stewart members' pavilion, and that was off Sam Curran, and that was at a critical hinge point moment really for Essex in the innings, and that really gave them a bit of breathing space, and they knew that he had the minerals and the talent, and then he took a 4 from the following delivery, and then that could just relax things a tiny bit for them. It was never done till it was done. They needed 19 from 15 and then 18 from 10, so they went 1 run across 5 deliveries at one point. But finally, they got this humongous monkey off their back, and they were able to register a win. From Surrey's point of view, they won't mind too much, I don't think. It's one of these games, reduced overs, bit of a crapshoot, bit of a shot in the dark, really. And they didn't do too much wrong, I didn't think. I think they were pretty good with the ball. Most players offered a hand with the bat as well. 141 in 12 overs is a pretty good score. Just one of those nights, really. Essex needed it desperately, and Surrey scrapped hard, but it just didn't go their way tonight. They will be back. We'll be back here Friday for a big one against Glamorgan, and then another Sunday game against Somerset as well. So Surrey are still sitting pretty, if you dare allow me to say that, right near the top of the division. Essex, well, they remain rooted to the floor, but at least they've got a bit of self-respect back tonight.
And just finally, a word for the ground staff here at the Kia Oval. Viewers probably wouldn't have seen it at home unless you also live in South London. Genuinely torrential rain. Phil said that's about 6 months worth of rain in 20 minutes. I've never seen the Oval flooded with water as much as I did today. I was looking at do I take an Uber boat home? I don't know. I'm not going to walk home. But the ground staff managed to clear it up. We didn't just get a 5-over bash. We got a proper game of cricket with ebbs and flows in it. So full marks and full effort to everyone in the ground staff team today. So many people in the ground and watching at home. So grateful for the cricket they had on show. That is everything. No, one more thing from Phil.
I just want to add, when it was raining, the kids were still loving it round here, and these Sunday games, they're a very family-friendly kind of game. Less so in the evenings, Thursdays and Fridays. The Sunday games are really a lovely event for the family, and you got that sense around the ground. Even when it was chucking it down, and when we were dealing with the puddles on the pitch, the kids were still loving it. And I was up there at one point in the new SSE stand, and the kids were playing little kind of homemade, impromptu games and so on, and there was a real buzz around. And as you say, a word for the ground staff, but a word for the punters as well, who stuck it out. They stuck it out, and at one point it was a long shot that we were going to get any cricket, but the atmosphere was good towards the end. It was a really lovely feel throughout the day, and it ended up being a joyous one. 2 fabulous games of cricket, and these two, Surrey and Essex, they do like playing one another. It's been good fun.
Not the result that Surrey wanted this evening, but a brilliant day out for everyone here who came down to the Kia Oval. The lights have gone off here at the ground. That's it from me and Phil. Over and out.